Oops. Okay, so really quickly. Basic damage reduction. Resolve. Oh, we should do that too. That's the critical strike. I might take that off. I don't know yet. You can see resistances on here. Not sure about armor, but want maximum life. This is fine for now, though. I'd want maximum life on this. But the resolve, or sorry, the block rate with the resolve. And the block rate leads into this. Maximum life, or 20% maximum life over 5 seconds. 6 seconds, sorry. Increase in attack speed and damage. Temerity plays into the Paragon board with Viscous Shield and keeps me alive because it's 97% of my maximum life, which is 10,000. And I've got no potions or anything on either. This is all just gear and Paragon. I need to change the gloves. I need to change the boots. We need to try and get a hold of a better temerity, but I'm willing to work with that for now. So, but the gloves and the boots definitely need to change. Everything is basically into armored hide for now because we do poison, and if they hit us, we do 100 times multiplicative thorns, plus we have 2,000 thorns with our dodge, and our dodge is like 60, 70, 80. I think it's like 80 or something like that. So there's that. The boots. Close, slowed, and feared. Right, that's what we're after with this. So when you become 80% slowed, you're feared. And right here, there's 60 right off the bat, and then when you get hit, you get 10% per hit. With a centipede skill. So that's where the fear comes in. There's no scourge here. It's just if you get poisoned, you get feared. It doesn't work so well for bosses, but that's kind of where you have to make sure all the skills are ready and at your disposal for this. That's the only crux to that. Critical strike for blocking, and that leads into the bottom of the board, the skill tree. So I think that gets up around 1,000 when the train starts cooking. I think that's up around 1,000, 800, somewhere around there, 800 to 1,000, somewhere around there. And then the extra critical strike damage. I could go barrier if we need it, so I would take this out, put it down here, and then put barrier in. But we haven't needed that yet. And then withering. And then the extra life. That's great. I want to try and get that extra life. I want to try and get one on that extra life. That'd be good. life on that. I'm gonna see if I can get, the total armor was nice. See if I can't get extra life. The armor, I might want to go another armor. We'll have to see. So if you get into 4 is 1,000, so that leaves us at 700. And I think 1,000 is max with 85% reduction. So I might have to sacrifice this and go total armor on this so that we can move into 4. This is just because it was better than the one I had on. So when did that? This one I should probably find a decent replacement for. So this is the slowed. That's the increase in attack speed, which is coupled with this. So we get 4% times 5, which is 20, plus 30 is 50% increase in attack speed. And that just allows us to dump poison more. And then you deal 19 times multiplicative damage for each crowd control that they have. So what we've done is, this is 1. The fear is 2. And the centipede is 3. So 3 times 19. And then in here, I went to Thorns for now. I don't know if I'm going to replace that. I haven't quite decided, but it's an overall thing, which also gives me access to the yellow pucks down the lane. That's something I need to consider if I'm not going to trade up my helmet, or a different piece of gear might be the helmet. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to shed the 20% reduction yet. So that's what that's about. And that's these guys here. So all of these are increased. And then that gives me access to these here. So we get the strength. And then these ones I'm lacking. But hopefully that gets worked in on the Paragon board as we're moving along. So I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to come back up here. And then I'm potentially going to, where I am, I may end up going up in poison. It depends. I think I need the reduction to move up. I don't think I need more damage. So what I might end up doing is going this way, and then going up. And then what I can do is, once I'm done that, I come over here, and then because I'm going to reach for this dexterity for the extra percentage, I'm only going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 to take up poison from here. So that's probably, so this is where I'll make my next jump, because we'll come up here, and then this is the everything else is 6 away, and this is only 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we get an extra 2. We get an extra 2 Paragon points if we go up this way, because we're going to take that anyways. So, and then come over here for the 9% barrier generation, which leads in temerity. So that's where that's going to happen. And then there's a couple things along the way that we could potentially pick up that if we need it, right? Like we've got resistance here, and I think there's some armor up here somewhere. Yeah. And then yeah, and then an extra couple percentage down here too. And that's just in case we need that for the next jump into 4. Because that's going to be 100. Yeah, that's going to be 100. Which leaves me at, right now, some of these are really nice. So 69, 81. This is low. 51 is low. Right? Is that am I reading that right? You currently have 150 cold resistance from bonuses. Or wait, or is this safe? Am I reading this wrong? Am I being too cautious? I think I might be reading this wrong. Because if we're already at minus 75 and we just tack on another 25, I'm great. I'm great safer. No, I'm great. I don't know how is this working? You currently have 148 plus poison resistance, but I'm sitting at 73.5. Oh, is it the 148? Can I do this math real quick? Is it 148.5 takeaway? Let me do this math real quick here. I bet you I know what's going on. My brain's just fucking 0.5 takeaway 75 equals 73.5. Yes, that's where that number is coming from. Gotcha. I know what I'm doing now. Okay. I understand. Gotcha. We should be able to deal with that. That shouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay. And then it says block chance is 45, but I don't think that is. Right? That's just the base. Because remember, we have a minimum of 5 because we get Unchained. So 5 times 10 is 50. So put an extra 50 on top of that. Plus, there's a skill that gives a there's one on the tree that gives us an extra 9, but that's not in there. So we're basically sitting at 100% block chance. So this blocking doubles this bonus for 10 seconds. So we're constantly sitting at this. We're constantly sitting at 224%. That's what that tells me. And where that is. Okay, so we get the 45. We get the 45 from the staff. And then we come up here and we gain 10% block chance per resolve. So when we use R1, we always get fat stacks. So I'm assuming there's 5 because that's what we get, right? Here it says when you have at least 5 stacks of resolve, you are unstoppable. Sorry, unstoppable, not unchained, but whatever, same shit, same pile. And then 5 times 10. That could be higher, and I don't actually know. Maximum resolve increased by 2. Is that actually 7? 7. Potentially. Let's just easy figuring. Let's just pretend it's 5. Anything over 100 and I really don't give a shit, right? Doesn't matter. So, and then the 9 comes, and then the other 9 is from Burr, which I don't know why they don't show here. Or is the 9 built in? What happens if I steal this? and then I come over here. 45% block chance did not change. So we know it's not built in somewhere. So that 9% is hidden. Waha. Right? Quartermaster, extra 9% block chance. No, 9 block damage reduction. Oh, I read that wrong. We don't really need that, do we? Or do we? 9% reduction is kind of nice, actually. Sorry, I misread that. I thought that was block chance. But you know what I probably did was mesh the bonus of lucky hit chance with block damage. There's a lot of chance in there for me to... Okay, yeah, sorry. That's reduction. So we're getting 9% reduction from there. Fair enough. And then reduction from here. Okay, yeah, mer. Sorry. There's no real... Well, there's no other place to put it, really. So without the 9. So without the 9, and we're doing 50. And do I have an extra 2? I'm still doing 100. If the extra 2 stacks, if the extra 2 stacks is in there, I'm still doing 100. So what does it matter? So there's the extra 9. So there's an extra 9% block reduction. Damage reduction. Okay. Gotcha. And then poison. And then I think the poison, right? Because that's a 15% chance to double. And then I've already got a double here, so that should be a quad. That should be a quad. Pew pew. Right. Well, not every you're hoping for. It's not going to happen. Every chance to hit is still 15. But you're hoping for. Right, we'll say 10%. Every 10, if you have 10%, you're hoping every every 10 hits. You're going to see something. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. That's why you can have a drought for like 20. But you're hoping for. That's what gets gamblers into trouble. It's either that or I replace it with so instead of putting poison down, we would do non-physical damage. And then any type of non-physical damage that I do. Because then I get a guaranteed times 10 multiplicative after 10 hits. Or non-physical damage. Yeah, so does that mean the tick? Does that mean every tick that happens, I'm doing non-physical damage? Plus whatever I'm adding on to that. So it'd be very easy to get up to times 10 multiplicative. You know, I might do that instead, eh? I might do that instead. I know I leveled the other one, For the potential 15% chance to deal double damage over their duration, right? So it's at the beginning. That's fine. We can just continue to level this while we're doing thing. And that only needs to go up a couple anyways. Because what's that? Oh, it's at 52. That's still, whatever. We can get that up to 52. Because what else would I consider? No lightning. We don't do lightning. We don't do Jaguar, and we don't need more critical strike chance. Although the critical strike, but we're not doing Jaguar skills. We're not doing Eagle. For each stack of resolve you have. So if I have 7, I'm doing 14 times. With gorilla skills, but we're not doing gorilla skills, so that's gone. We're not doing pestilent swarms. Or touch of death. Although we do have it on, we're not really, that's not, we don't do vulnerable. I don't care about health potions. Normal ones? Huh. No, I don't want to be encouraged to flood a whole chunk. You know what would have been nice is if you had increased the size one more time at level 100. But you didn't do that. That would have been too easy for us, wouldn't it have been? We don't do that. We don't do that. Per spirit used. But keep in mind that we don't really get that for as often as we think we do, because when we use the other skills that we have, they're all on high countdowns. So that doesn't actually make sense to use. Physical damage I don't care about, because the majority of the damage that we're doing is poison. At least I'm assuming. I don't think the Thorns is really playing a massive deal. No. We don't use that. The 10% damage reduction might be interesting, but that's the only other one that might be interesting. We don't do fire damage. Who the fuck is doing fire damage with this character? What? Why is that even a thing? Pardon me? Who's doing fire damage? What does fire damage? Who invented this puck? And for why? Can we go through this real quick? I'm sorry. Where the fuck is the fire coming from? danger. Are Jaguar skills fire skills? But it says electric damage right on it. Oh, fire damage. Okay. Okay. Fire damage. So I don't really do fire damage. There's no point in that. Because this is only being used for the critical strike multiplier. For every close enemy you have, up to 30. That's what I want from that. This is just to help me increase my attack speed. Like, I don't even really think this does much. I don't know. I feel... Huh. I've been playing that the wrong way. Oh, yeah, but it's a Jaguar skill, which also means it does fire, no? Isn't that what isn't that what that means? Or am I not reading that right? I should go back to the other character and see if that changes things. Because if I don't know if does making something into a Jaguar skill give you the ability to turn it into poison or turn it into fire? Because if it just gives you right? I don't see fire down at the bottom. I still see poison. So no, I'm playing it right. And we're gonna go back to reduction, because that's for the slow. That's to help us increase fear. Okay. Fair. Does that give me thing? I need to see something. I know it doesn't tell me. Oh, it's not here. It's over here.
There is power in these stones.
This is the poison resist. So if we go and Ariel's visage, Okay, so we don't... We lose the reduction, but we gain life on hit, and 100 to all stats, and 30 to attack speed, plus 10%, plus the 666 poison resistance. Oh, and to maximum poison resistance, sorry. Does it then make sense? Hey, does it then make sense to use the Harlequin quest? Because I'm pretty sure the Harlequin quest gives us a 10% or no, 20% reduction? I'm pretty sure it gives us a 20% reduction. Yeah. Yeah, 20% reduction, but then we lose the resistance, we lose the fire. We lose the fire and the lightning. Son of a bitch. Fuck. How do I put that back in?